Hey guys, 681 Shadow, and welcome to our video dissecting the teaser trailer for the Bungo Stray Dogs movie Dead Apple. Now, if you want to be completely blind for when this movie comes out, you don't want to know anything about this movie, then you can click away from this video. But I'm just going to go through the 30-second trailer that they gave us and kind of show what at least I think is going to happen based on what they gave us, because they didn't really give us much to they didn't really give us anything new. It just seems like they gave us a bunch of stuff that was from the past, so it could be a recap movie, but at the same time it might just be like them trying to hype up a new story. So to start off here, first off we see shots of Atsushi and Akutagawa, as well as Dazai and Chuya, which putting that at the beginning of the trailer really just shows how they have been rivals throughout the entire series. How Atsushi and Akutagawa, how they're both rivals because of their like where they came from, and Dazai and Chuya are rivals because they used to work together, but then they hate each other, and Dazai went to the agency and all that stuff. So I really like how they showed the main rivalries first in the series, which really just sets the scene that they're gonna be the main focus of this movie. So then after these shots, they show some pretty cool action sequences that I could not get screenshots of because it was actually pretty fast in the video, and I'll link the video in the description down below. But they showed action sequences of five main characters being Mori, Atsushi, Fukuzawa, Chuya, and Akutagawa. So because they're showing like the action scenes of those characters, it shows that there's gonna be definitely a focus on the agency versus the mafia. They're not really gonna. I don't think they're gonna touch too much with the guild because we didn't see anything from the guild in this trailer, which I'll touch more on that as we go on in this video here. But then after that we see a clip of where Atsushi gets blacked at. Atsushi's like attacking with his tiger thing in those like same action sequences, and he goes completely black, and you see in the background half of Chuya's face next to half of Akutagawa's face, and then half of Dazai next to half of Atsushi, which shows how, like, I think it's kind of symbolizing how Dazai switched from the mafia to the agency, and instead of and Dazai's side is on the same side that Chuya's was, so really Akutagawa doesn't look up to Dazai the same way as he would when Dazai was in the mafia. So I feel, at least what I think from it, it's just pretty cool that they did that. But then after that, we get some pretty cool shots of some. Well, first one like semi-minor character, and then important relationships between certain characters. The first thing we see Kunikida, which he's not like he's not the most active of the characters in the show, but he's definitely been important, and I like how they gave him his own thing because for those of you who have read the manga, you know that Kunikida has a really good chapter like pretty soon after the guild arc, but I'm not gonna really spoil it there since I believe that's what the OVA is going to be about. But for Kunikida, they're just showing how he has a presence there. He's not like in and out like other characters are, like Rampo and Kenji. Those characters, how they're like kind of in and out of the scene. But then next up, we have a shot of Akutagawa and Dazai. It shows Akutagawa fully, and then Dazai looks kind of faded out, and that's kind of showing how Dazai. I think it's like because Dazai's faded out. It's because he left the Port Mafia when he was training Akutagawa. So Akutagawa, even though Akutagawa still looks up to Dazai, he's still like faded away since Dazai's not in the Mafia anymore. He's in the agency, which is the opposite side of the fight. So next up, they show a shot of Atsushi and Kyoka, and I feel like they have Kyoko faded out here because of like all the things that she went through with how she was in the mafia and then she didn't want to be in the mafia. She didn't want to kill anymore, so she tried to join the agency, but she had to like shake off all of like the stuff that the mafia taught her. So I feel like she's faded because she throughout the series she's been like in and out in terms of like her ideals, what she wants to do. And Atsushi, he of course has his own backstory with the orphanage, the headmaster who would always abuse him. But the last shot like this that we see is Dazai and Anga, which is an interesting shot considering that neither of them are faded out because I think it's kind of making a nod to Otasaku because they're both still alive, doing what they want to do, in even though Otasaku passed on. So of course Anga's working for the government, and Dazai he switched to work for the agency rather than the Port Mafia. So I think that shot really just symbolizes more so Otasaku than the both of them. So then we have probably my favorite shot of the entire trailer here. They did a whole nother shot of when Mori fought Fukuzawa, and I really love this because they didn't do it in like the open place like they did in the show. They did it in like kind of a closed off area. It's like they did it in kind of like I think it's the same port where like it was like the same place with the three remaining guild members, Alcott, Steinbeck, and Twain. They were just staying when they were standing there and just like, well, this is it. At the end of the series, they're doing it kind of there, and and it's pretty cool because you see the Port Mafia buildings in the background of the shot, which I really love. So then after that, we see more on another shot of the Mafia. We see a shot of Koyo, Mori, Chuya, Higuchi, and then I always forget his name. The guy who runs the Black Lizard. But once again, showing how it's going to focus a lot on the Mafia, and I really like how they're gonna focus on the main two organizations of Japan, the agency and the Mafia. But then they show two more shots that are kind of stuff from the Guild arc, which is the only bit from the Guild arc, which is where they have a shot of like Atsushi and Dazai when they were on like the port when when the Moby Dick had crashed into the ocean, and then they have zooming in at that same scene Akutagawa in his Rashomon demonic armor form. So I feel like they're kind of just like that kind of leads more towards it being a recap film, since they're just showing all these old scenes, but we still have no idea. It hasn't been confirmed that it's going to be a recap film. And the last thing we see for the trailer before it reveals the year that's going to come out, we have Atsushi using the demonic armor combined with Beast Beneath the Moonlight, which is an amazing scene in the show. I really love that scene, and it just and then once again, since it's showing like it's showing a lot of these scenes, which is leaning towards it being a recap film, which I'm kind of hoping is a new story, but I would just be fine with a recap film as well because I feel like it would flow so well. I feel like it'd flow so well as a recap film. But then it ends off by showing us that it's coming out in 2018. And if you missed my video that I posted yesterday about the news that came out, this is supposed to be spring 2018. It's gonna be really good. I'll link that video in the description below. Definitely go check it out if you want to look at the full news, all of the news that we got about this movie coming out. But that's it for the teaser trailer. It was just a 30-second trailer. But let me know what you guys think of it down in the comment section below. So that will be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and share. This is very exciting for Bungo Stray Dogs. I'm really excited for this movie. So with that, I will see you all next